Mr. Chairman? Yes, sir. I'd like to comment on the subject. A few weeks ago, a few days ago, I signed a letter in effect sanctioning the withdrawal of the hiring of Dr. Salaita. I've subsequently come to believe that that may be a mistake and an action that's not in the best interest of the university. And I'd like to explain a little bit about where I came from this. In the rundown of making this decision and deciding to concur in the letter, I in no way am seeking to suggest that I do not support our great Chancellor. Our Chancellor has been a visionary on this campus and continues to be. I'm just one who has the humility to be able to say that I think I made a mistake, and I don't mind saying it. Because for me, this university was a place that I got my education after coming from a place where, in Mississippi, where I was a sharecropper. And this university gave me an education that enabled me to be a successful lawyer for the last 55 years, and also a donor to this university. So I have a great interest in the future and in the success of this university going down the road long term. Not that it was the most kind place for me when I was a student at this university. Indeed, it was very unkind in some respects. University condoned housing discrimination on this campus. And I guess I was almost as vocal as Dr. Salaita when I carried my picket signs along the streets of this campus. But I have a great deal of respect and love for those who run this university, and I have a lot of respect for all of my colleagues on this board. On the other hand, as I look at the issue of Dr. Salaita and his speech that was not in the context of his university or classroom, I'm not sure that I would in any way diminish the greatest value that I cherish in this country, and that is freedom of speech. One thing that makes this a unique and great country for me is that I can stand on a rooftop and call anybody I want to an SOB. And I haven't done a thing that this country does not condone. Having said that, I understand pretty much as a lawyer that the issues of freedom of speech are not there's no bright line between whether the manner in which one makes a statement can make it punishable by an entity such as a university if one assumes that this is a punishment or an adverse action. I also am not prepared to say that I condone the extremity of the statements that were made by Dr. Salaita and understand why some of you don't condone it as well. On the other hand, I just wonder whether or not it is relevant in the context of his seeking a position at this university. Subsequent information that I did not have when this letter was signed has really caused me some great concern. And that is information has to do with evidence of people in effect boycotting this university in carrying out some of its most important functions as a university. Canceling of commitments by other academics to events that are going on at this university and at the university in the city of Chicago, UIC. All of this concerns me because two things. One, I think that hopefully, like everything will die down at one point or another. But I think at this point in time, we've had some very bad miscues of this university over the last few years that I've been a member of the board. We've made some bad choices, we made some bad decisions, and we've gotten a bad name as a result of it. I don't think that we need to add to that at this point in time. I don't think it's about Dr. Salaita. I don't think it's about academic freedom. I don't think there's anything in what this university has done or proposes to do that would in any way denigrate our cherishing academic freedom. I am concerned, however, that in the decisions that have been made, that there may be some serious concerns on the part of faculty on the issue of shared governance. Shared governance obviously means that when we make decisions that affect the university, that we need to have some consultation with the faculty. And that means that to some extent in this situation, we've really not done so. I think that we as a board must give greater consideration and deliberation to our decisions before we make them, because that might limit the mistakes that we make. So having said that, I am prepared to vote